Hey guys, how you doing? Nick Borowski here with a deck profile on Dino Rabbit for the March 2013 format. The video's a little late. The deck is still a work in progress. Need about 3 more cards, but the deck is still competitive right now. Haven't been able to test it out locals yet. I haven't gotten around to the time. I messed around with some friends with it, went undefeated with it, but one's experienced, two are still a little new, so it doesn't really count. I'll probably be testing it out in about maybe tomorrow, go to a tournament, not sure yet, but here, let's get to the deck. 2 Rescue Rabbit, of course, staple, that's why they call it Dino Rabbit. 3 Sabersaurus, and 3 Cabazols. For people who keep calling these vanillas, please stop. They're not ice cream, they're cards. Okay, you just call them by their name. Just wanted to get that because it really annoys me. But, yeah. 3 Guava. These 3 came out to like 28 bucks. I know a lot of people say you got ripped off. They're only worth like 7. At the time, they were about that much. And, they're good cards. They help a lot. If you can't pull a Rescue Rabbit, but I don't think they should have been like 10 bucks a piece at the time. Next, I don't know really anybody that runs this card. I don't see why, because you only have 2 Rescue Rabbits, and there's like 43 cards in the deck, and the chances of drawing Rescue Rabbit are like 1 to like 21, so it's not that good of odds. So just in case I need to get like a Logia Dolka out there, I run 300 get on. I may cut it down to 2, may take it out completely. I haven't been able again to test the deck out, but a lot of people, the arguments over Hydra get on, a lot of arguments over Guava. So why not run both? I don't see the problem. But again, I love constructive criticism. I'd love to take advice from everybody. Negative or positive. If you have anything you could say about the deck, because me personally, I don't have experience with Dino Rabbit. I used to run Chaos Agents. I think my last tournament went like 9-1 with them, got the top 4, couldn't even duel in the top 4, which sucked because my dad had a family emergency, had to bring me home. We were like 2 hours out, and if he left me there, I would have been there to like 12 o'clock midnight, and the place closed at like 8, so I had to go. But I got bored with the deck, so I wanted to run this deck and see how it works out, because a lot of people say it's better, but I have to test it out. But yeah, 300 get on. Please let me know what you think about it. Next, to end really the dinosaurs, 2 tour guide. With the whole Sangan being banned and everything, I don't really go, Night Assailant and Sangan now. I'm not gonna waste like another dead card like a Flare Resonator or something. I just go tour guide to tour guide. It's it's not that big of a deal. Next, Thunder King, the only light monster in the deck. Works very well on shutting down decks, especially with agents. I would know from experience. You can't use Venus. Or they can't search, and then if they got a good special summon going, just get rid of this, and they're done. Excuse me. Next, to Spirit Reaper. This is a good card. It's like a wall that they can't really get over. They need to pull like a Dark Hole or a monster effect like a Smasher or something. You put it in defense mode, they can't really get over it. Or, if you get lucky enough to put an attack, it's a little risky because it has a weak attack. But, you still take damage. But, attack them directly, take a card from their head, screws up some combos they were going to do. It's a helpful card. It's a very helpful card. Next, one of my most risky cards. Since there's only 2 light monsters and 4 dark monsters in the whole deck. But, you kind of have to run it. BLS. A lot of people say, don't do it. You're going to get it as a dead draw. And a lot of times I do, but a lot of times I don't. It goes both ways. In like the 3rd turn, I could have Spirit Reaper and like Thunder King, or like Tour Guide from Overlaying, and then like a Thunder King in the graveyard. And I pull this, and then, just banish, get that out there, and then maybe, use a Rescue Rabbit that's still in my hand and get this and like a Logia out there, and I'm in really good position. And most of the time, once I get this out there, it's pretty much game. I've had guys that have had 8,000 life points and would use a Solemn Judgment and get rid of 4,000 life points just to get rid of this. Come on, it's probably the most broken card in the game. So, come on. but that's pretty much it for the monsters. That's 21 monsters. Not sure if I'm going to get rid of, Hydrogeddon or maybe cut it down to 2. But let me know what you guys think. Next for the spells, of course, you got your Trinity. I mean, come on, you need to run that. Next, which I don't know why not many people don't run, Enemy Controller. I mean, it's a really helpful card. This card I probably use the most out of any other card in my deck besides, spell-wise. I mean, they have a face-down defense position monster. You flip face up. They have a attack position monster. Put it in defense mode, with least defense. Or they have a really one of those high defense position monsters with a really weak attack, like Elemental Hero Clayman, for example. Right, you use that, you attack it, they take damage. That card's destroyed. I mean, I see it as a helpful card. I don't see why people don't run it. Next, Book of Moon, Mind Control, Smashing Ground. I only have 2 Lance. I would have 3. Right, I want to have 3, but I lost my other one. I'm not sure if it got stolen or I was clumsy. I have another one coming in, so I'm not. I know people be like, "Bro, you're an idiot. Don't run 2 Lance. You need to run 3." I know I'm going to run 3, but for right now, I only have 2. So there's really nothing I can do. It should be in like 2 days, but I'm not really, because if I go to the tournament tomorrow, I won't have 3, but I will have 3. And then finally, 2 MST. I see them as. I see that as a pretty good spell line, but I mean, again, please give me feedback, give me some advice. I would love to know what some better cards I could run for the deck. Next for traps. By the way, that was only 11 spells. I only have 11 traps as well. I'm having. I had to trade my Solemn Warning to get a card I needed. Don't remember which card, but I know. And I have a Torrential coming in today because I traded with my friend. He's coming back from his little family thing, and he's going to give me the Torrential. But, 2 Bottomless, 2 Deep Prison, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Fiendish, 1 Magic. See, I don't know 1 Magic Cylinder. I don't know why people don't run this card. I don't know anybody that really uses this card. I'll go to my locals, and people will be like, "Oh, let's see your deck," and then I'll show this. Right? I used to run it my Chaos Agents too, and people are telling me why you're an idiot. And I mean, let's just say they got a boss monster, they got BLS out there with 3,000. You got they want to attack one of your monsters, or they want to attack you directly. You just flip this. I mean, they take 3,000. Even a card with 1,900, they take 1,900. It's just a good card that gives them a lot of damage. I don't see why people don't run it. I think it's a good card, but I mean, and plus, the also better things that people don't expect it. Like, people will be like, "Oh, wow, Magic Cylinder." I mean, like, come on, it's like someone running a Damage Eater, and people would be like, "Wow, dude, you're running a Damage Eater." I don't know, I think it's a good card, and I mean, I don't know why people don't run it. Next, I mean, Compulse, especially, I usually like to save this card for when people try to do overlays. I like to save this card, because a lot of people, when they bring out a bot, like, people, they'll bring out, like, a BLS, and then you could do that. Yeah, but I also would rather save it for XYZs, because, I mean, I find it's funny. Like, they'll be all excited to get out, like a Zen Mains or whatever, and then you just flip that. There are 2 cards they just overlay, goes to graveyard, that goes back to extra deck, and I just see it helpful. And then finally, 1 Starlight Road. Starlight Road, pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, so that's it for the main deck. I think that's like 43 cards. It'll be like 45 with the Lance, 46 with the Lance, Torrential, and Solemn Warning coming in, and then it may go less more if I cut down Hydrogeddons, or get rid of Hydrogeddons completely. But now for the extra deck, of course, 1 Stardust for the Starlight Road, and then of course 2 Logia, 2 Dolka. I mean, of course, you have to run both for Sabine Dino Rabbit. There's a reason for it. 1 Utopia and 1 Photon. Like using Photon when they have those face down defense position monsters. Helpful. Brings it up, loses 600. You attack, they take a lot of damage. And it destroys this card. I've used probably more than Utopia, and a lot of people say, yeah, it's a good card to run, but don't exaggerate. Me, I'm not exaggerating. I really like this card. And then next, which I just got for finish off the rank 4, is Gem Knight Pearl. It has no effect or anything. It's just, let's just say they got like a Stardust or something out there, I mean, it has 26. It's a good beater. It's, it's just a good card that in case they do have like a Stardust or a Utopia or something out there, you can just get the beater in there. It's destroyed. Now to go to the rank 3s for Tour Guide. But I mean, the reason I have a lot of rank 3s, reason being, I only have 14 cards in the extra deck. I have on eBay, I just won a Gaga Cowboy for like $6, which is such a steal because, that card's worth like 20 bucks. So, but I mean, so I will cut down on it and then bring back, like, cut down on the, actually we'll get rid of this, but for right now, even though I only have 14 cards, I'm not going to start getting rid of cards. I know, and I'm getting another rank 4. I don't know which other rank 4 I'll get yet, but again, please leave comments, let me know. But for my rank 3s, Giga Brilliant, Leviair for that Rescue Rabbit, Acid Golem, Tempo, Leviathan, and to finish off the extra deck, Zen Mains. Again, only 14 cards. I'm not going to show the side deck because the side deck is not nearly complete. I'm not sure if I'm going to put like Macrocosmos in there or what I'm going to put in there, because I know a lot of people usually at my locals, nobody really runs like Mermails or anything. It's mostly Fire Fist, Heroes, Agents. That's the only decks I ever see. So I'll be like the only person running Rabbit, but I mean, I'll probably put like a D Fissure or something in there, but I'll have to see, go online or look up, do some research on which cards are the best for those decks. But thanks for watching. Please leave some comments. Please give me some suggestions. I take such criticism very well. Not sure if I'll go back to Chaos Agents because, I mean, at the locals, everybody would say, dude, don't, because I even told people I may go to Dino Rabbit, and they say, don't, dude, you're doing really well with this, but I got bored of the deck. It's not a fun deck to run. It really isn't. This deck, I think, would be a lot of fun, but because I'm not all that competitive. I mean, I didn't even go to YCS New Jersey, so it's not that important. But please get back to me. Let me know what you think. All right, thanks, guys. Nate Borowski out.